This is a PayslipMaker tutorial to teach you how to give P9s to your employees so they can do their personal tax returns. The first thing you need to do is go to your employee list and make sure that you have pins for every one of your employees. So we'll click on employee list here, and just on the first page that opens, the pin is under this column here. So in my example here, I only have the pin for one person. So let me just put in a pretend pin for each of them. So there, that's done. So make sure all your people have the correct pins listed. And the other thing you need to do, because we are going to be emailing these things to the employees if you wish, is to make sure everybody has an email address. So in this example of mine, this person doesn't have one, so I'd come and put the email address like that. So make sure you have valid email addresses for everybody. Okay, so first was numbers to do the pins, and then phones and emails. All right, what I'm changing is the view up here using the drop down. Once that is done, you go to your payslips and scroll to December 2018. Remember, there's two ways to do this. You can either just select 2018 and select December, or if we were to go back to the current month, but that's what this button does, takes you to the current month. You can use this left arrow key to scroll backwards to December 2018. So there we are. So I've put in some sample info, but I've only put in a December 2018 payroll. The rest is blank, so that I could be able to do this example for you. And I've put a benefit for one person because there's two pages of the P9. There is the front page, which everybody gets, and there's page 2, which is only relevant for people who have gratuity or benefits. So you'll see how that works out. Now, if you want to print the P9s and give them physically to your employees, what you do is on the payroll report list, when you have your payslips open on December 2018, you scroll to the very bottom and you click on P9 OOI HOSP. I combined it. There are supposed to be two formats, but I decided to just put one format which caters for everything. So you can see here, if I click here, we have our 3. If you click at the bottom here, you'll see every time we change. Oh, very quickly, in our case here, the employer's pin is not present, so you would go to your home page and click on organization and put your pin here. So let's just put in an example pin like that, and I click close. So I went to organization/employer. So if I open those P9s again, you can see now. So you have your employer pin, the employee has his pin, company name, etc. Okay. Now, if somebody has a savings or a mortgage, you would have to complete this manually for them. All right. So that's only this portion is relevant for either owner-occupied interest or home ownership savings plan. You would put in the institution here. So as we were saying, you can scroll through just to see everybody's pin looks sensible. Make sure you see 2018 because that's the year that we are doing the return for. Check that every month is populated. If somebody did not come or left during the year, you'll have some 0 months. If somebody came in the middle of the year, you'll have some 0 months. All right, but you'll have the totals at the bottom. So then you can just print this by clicking on print up here and sending this to the printer, and then you can distribute them manually. Now, if you want to PDF them, rather than click here, because they'll be PDF'd together, there's a different way to do it, which is also combined with how to email. So that was how to do your physical. Now, for the page 2, for the physical one, just below, again, remember we are at the bottom of the list. Just go just below where it says P9A or IHOSP is the P9A page 2. Now, I had put in only for Jane a benefit. So you see it has only printed the back for Jane. So you can see here, she has a car. You need to come and put the registration here. And in my case, I've only done for December, so it's 20K benefit times 1. If it was 12 months or however many months the person was with you, you would have times the months here and the total here, which would tie in to that figure, should reconcile to where is her benefit over here. So the total here should reconcile to the total here. So that's how you print the page 2 of the P9. So that is printing physically. So that's done. So remember, we clicked on payslips, went to December, came here, P9A, OI, HOSP, it opens all of them, you send to printer. Page 2, just below that, only for those with gratuity, which would be listed up here, or benefits, and you can send to printer as well and distribute to them. Now the other thing you might want to do is to send this information by where are we? I want to take you here. Okay, let me delete this. I had done an example below. That's what's going to happen. So I've emptied this folder. This is where on local disk C, payslips PDFs, this is where your P9s are going to be generated for all your employees. So now you've seen it's empty. So now again, same thing, we're in December. Just below the 2 physical ones, you'll see P9 emailer. You click on it. Then you click here, create employee list. It will pick all employees that were employed in 2018. Make sure it says here year of P9 is 2018. Make sure everybody has an email address. Then come to the end here and tick this set all so that everybody is ticked. By default, no one is ticked. So you come, tick that, make sure everyone is ticked. Then say here, create PDF P9s. When you click that, it will give you this message that your P9s will be saved in the folder I showed you before, C payslips_PDFs. You click OK, it gives you a warning. This process may take long. If you have many employees, it will take a little while because each one is generated one by one, and it's going to generate page 1 and page 2. In the case of the email ones, the page 1 and page 2 are generated automatically for everybody, not only for those with benefits. And they are emailed, both of them as well. So you may need to explain to your people just to ignore page 2 if it's irrelevant. So let me say yes. You'll see these pop-up messages as the P9s are generated. So there'll be 6 in our case because it's page 1, page 2 for one, page 1, page 2 for the other. 2 times 3 is 6. You get this message when you're done. If you go to that folder, you'll see that they've been generated. Let's go back there. The next thing to do is to click send P9s by email. Now when you click that, an email will be sent to each of these email addresses, and it will attach the relevant P9 and send it to that person. Now this is important. These email server settings are set to set the email which is going to send those payslips. Do not come and put in an email address that you want to be used for sending the P9s, because it won't work automatically. It has to be a Gmail address that has been set up for PayslipMaker to use it. All right, so the way that happens is you set up a special Gmail address, or you use a Gmail address that you already use. You key it in here, but you will have set up what is called an application specific password in the Gmail account, not the usual password, and that's what you would put in here. So if you've not done that, do not put anything in here. It won't work. All right, so leave this blank. When it is blank, the emails will be sent from the email address payslipmaker@gmail.com. all right, so just leave it like that, Since it's a one-off, it's okay if you use that. But if you usually send payslips by email, it's better you set up your own Gmail account to be doing that. Now, if you want a copy to come to you so that you see what has been sent to each employee, you can come and put in my email at email.com. Right? You can come and BCC yourself if you don't want people to see that someone was copied, or if you don't mind people seeing, you can CC yourself. All right, just leave email from blank for now. Okay, that's about email server settings. So when you click send P9s by email now, the emails will be sent just the way they were printed. It will be sent one by one, so it will take a little bit longer. So you're going to get that waiting icon with the mouse while each email is sent, right? It will just send slowly. It won't do one by one the way you saw, but in the background it's doing one by one. So wait patiently until the icon for the mouse turns back into the arrow, right, from the waiting icon. And that's how you send P9s by email. And then I'll have in the email put a link. I found that KRA has put a nice tutorial to help employees file their returns, and this was put up just the other day. So I'm going to send you this link, which you can use to show your employees. There we are.